Hi, I'm Diana Johnson, a stormwater engineer with KC Water, and you've tuned in to the Weekly Report. I'm here at the Household Hazardous Waste facility at Choteau and Doramus. Due to the recent floods that you've probably seen in the news, Kansas City has experienced lots of flooding. Take Indian Creek, for example. Last year there was severe flooding in the Indian Creek area. Several businesses were damaged or destroyed. And as a result of that, the city has approved funding to go in and do some stormwater measures that will help improve the area. Well, this area that I'm in right now would look exactly like that had it not been for the enormous measures that the Kansas City Water Department has put in place to mitigate or reduce flooding. We have a detention facility located at Gardner and Choteau that captures a lot of the water that would ordinarily be flowing in the streets and keeps the area dry. We also have catch basins that we've installed all throughout the city and a program that's been in place for many, many years. So as you can see, the Water Department is doing numerous things to make sure that we keep the stormwater off the streets, off the sidewalks, and into the system and away from your homes. As a stormwater engineer, we never want to see you put these products down the drain. They can harm your pipes and your system, and they're also bad for the environment. What I would suggest you do is bring these products down to the Household Hazardous Waste facility, where you can take your used products from your shed, from your garage, even from underneath the kitchen sink. Bring them down here and we can reuse them or repurpose them, and you can come to the swap shop here and get these products yourself for free. Just bring your old products down here and swap them out for these new products that we have here on the shelf, and we'll be glad to have them. Another thing that should not go down the drain are leaves and brush. Don't put your leaves and brush down the drain. Instead, bag them up and put them on the curb. And curbside will come and pick them up, and we reuse and repurpose those as well. We turn them into mulch. They can be used for gardening and for lawn care. Curbside leaf and brush collection starts in the Central Zone the week of October 22nd, followed by North Collection the week of October 29th. South Zone pickup takes place the week of November 5th. Remember, you may leave up to 20 bags or bundles of leaves and brush on your curb on your regular trash pickup day. The city's leaf and brush drop-off sites are also now open. The sites are located at 11660 North Main, 1815 North Choteau Traffic Way, and 10301 Raytown Road. For more information about leaf and brush, visit kcmo.gov and search leaf and brush. For you in the Northland, you may have noticed that the Metro North Mall is being redeveloped, and the recycling center that was located there has been closed. The city is currently investigating several options for a new recycling drop-off center in the Northland. Residents can use the recycling center located at the city's environmental campus at 4707 Doramus Avenue. The city's website is about to turn 5 years old, and we need your input to make it better. The website is a top source of information for residents according to our citizens' satisfaction surveys. Just go to our website at kcmo.gov and click the survey link and tell us what you think. The website is scheduled to launch in 2019. It's a dog-eat-dog competition going on at Tech Week. Startups from around the country have come to Union Station to showcase their ideas and learn from other entrepreneurs.
Kansas City's Office of Innovation for the last 6 years has run an innovation partnership program where startups and other smaller companies have an opportunity to bring their technologies, to bring their business models into the city and to partner with us. Today we have 6 companies that are a part of our innovation partnership program, one of which is DogSpot.
DogSpot makes any place a dog-friendly destination. So grocery stores, food halls, restaurants, unfortunately can't allow dogs inside because of health regulations. And sometimes you'll see dogs tied up or left in the car. DogSpot's a safe alternative to tying your dog up or leaving them in the car. And that way they can also come with you on your errands and enjoy time out in the city and time with you. It's an air-conditioned, heated, webcam monitored, smart doghouse. You're able to download an app, unlock it right away, and use it wherever you are around town to make sure your dog has a safe home away from home.
In addition to it being Tech Week, it is also National Fire Prevention Week.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Jimmy Walker with the Kansas, Missouri Fire Department. It's Fire Prevention Week, and we're in the public every day this week to remind everybody to practice exit drills in the home with your family, as well as to know that if you need free smoke detectors, you can contact the Kansas, Missouri Fire Department. We're here to educate. We reach over 300,000 people in the city every year, and if you would like any more information on fire prevention, please visit us at kcmo.gov/fire. We have a fire prevention page with information on cooking safety, exit drills in the home, as well as many other fire safety tips.
Can you imagine Kansas City without water? Take a look at this video, as well as videos from other departments. I'm Diana Johnson, and this is the Weekly Report.
My name is Luan Liu. I am the policy intern for the mayor's office. The Hire KC is a great opportunity for those who don't get many opportunities to get their feet wet. The program has given me a lot of opportunity to do research, especially on concrete data about racial disparities. And since my major is about human resource, I plan to use it in diversity and inclusion initiatives, recruitment, retention, promotion, and so forth, ensuring that there is no discrimination that occurs whenever I do take it to the business world or the public sector. Having this door open up for me in order to get this experience is kind of very helpful. Even though it's not directly related to my major, like I said, it's still a very, very useful tool in my tool belt. The advice I would give to an incoming intern is take chances. For example, you have to be outside of your comfort zone in order to take chances, first of all. So do things you wouldn't be comfortable doing just to gain new experiences.
All right. Division 203 is now in session.
My name is Courtney Wackel, and I was appointed to be the judge of the Kansas City Municipal Court Domestic Violence Docket in January of 2015. In October of 2017, the Kansas City Domestic Violence Docket received a mentor court grant from the U.S. Department of Justice. This grant was awarded to us because of our use of best practices with regards to high-risk domestic violence offenders and holding them accountable and keeping victims safe. The grant comes with $48,000 approximately to be used for training, both for us to be trained further into best practices and also to train courts around the nation in what we're doing here in Kansas City. This is a huge honor for our court. The compliance docket has only been up and running for approximately 2 years since my appointment. So we strive always to implement best practices, and this is acknowledgement that we are succeeding and we continue to learn and grow and improve in order to keep victims safe in the city of Kansas City.
Commanders of the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department are adding a new accessory to their uniform. If you look closely, you'll notice their badges are different, but now similar to those worn by officers and sergeants. All captains, majors, deputy chiefs, and the chief have traded in their smaller rounded gold badges for a two-toned platinum and gold-colored badge shaped like those worn by line personnel. Captain Chris Sicoli, who is also interim president of the KCPD Historical Society, explains why the change occurred.
And they'd look at their officers and sergeants who they saw all the time wearing this design, and they'd look at the commander that would show up wearing this one, and sometimes they would ask, are you a security guard? You know, they didn't know because the badge was so totally different. So this year, it was approved, and all the commanders now look like we're on the same team. We all have the same design for the badge, the same shape. The colors are different, just like they're different for sergeant or different for master patrol officer, but the design is the same. So we're all part of that same team. It's at a glance. You can show anywhere in the country we show up, you know that's a KCPD officer because nobody else in that picture or in that group will have a design like that.
Law enforcement badges have a unique purpose on the uniform, and for many years their design and function have changed.
This is the original six-pointed star that we went to, 1874, and then these two are examples of the folded star design. And what changed, the design didn't change, but the wording changed. Then 23, we have the sunburst design, so-called because of these little phalanges or bursts coming off the design of the badge. Then we go to city control, and then 1939, our current badge. And what's changed on our current badge is the state seal is no longer stamped. It's now a embossed or enameled state seal. And we changed from gender-specific badges from patrolmen and patrolwomen to officer.
At one point, everybody on the department had a badge, but that's not the case anymore. Sicoli describes some of the pins that have been issued over the years.
All the non-sworn employees would get a badge that they would be able to, again, most of it was for lapels because most non-sworn did not have a uniform, so they were smaller and they would go on the lapel. But there were those, like detention officers that you see today, they had a uniform, so they would actually have a smaller badge, but it would still be for the uniform. This one is unique because it was police matron during the 50s and 60s, the civil defense era, the Cold War. We had badges made in case we had to activate auxiliary reserves for civil defense purposes, for bomb drills and things like that. And we still have reserve officers. Back then they were called auxiliaries, so the auxiliary officers and sergeants would get a badge. And it would look very different from what the officers, the actual officers, were wearing. Today our reserves wear the same exact badge that the active officers do, so you can't tell the difference. But back as far as this, I believe this is from the 60s, they were very different badges.
There's a unique one that just came into the hands of the Historical Society, worn by the Board of Police Commissioners.
This is from 1922, that time frame. This was a badge that was given to the police commissioners. Again, we were still under state control, so we did have a Board of Police Commissioners then. They had a badge, and it was, you can see from the size, it was very small. It was meant to be a lapel badge. It's unique for us, not only are so few of them around, but they treated commissioners and chiefs at that time very well. These badges are solid gold.
While all KCPD badges will now be shaped the same, the colors will distinguish the ranks: silver for officers, gold for sergeants, and platinum and gold together for commanders. The colors are just that, colors. The badges are not made of any precious metals. Detectives will continue to wear the smaller, rounded, silver badges. I'm Sergeant Matt Fisher. Have a safe week.
case management nurse with the Kansas City Health Department's Childhood Lead Poisoning Prevention Program. The Lead Poisoning Prevention Program has a responsibility of educating and assessing and following up on lead poisoning hazards in the Kansas City area.
Lead poisoning is the #1 environmental illness in children. Being exposed to lead as a child can have lifelong effects on a person's health. Lead poisoning can affect child's brain development and the development of their nerves in their hands and feet. It can cause kidney damage, hearing loss, vision damage, and problems learning. It's sometimes linked to hyperactivity and attention deficit as well. Well, recently, one of the things we've added to our lead poisoning prevention program is that in addition to a lead inspection, an inspector will come in and look at other hazards in the house that can affect a person's health. Healthy Homes Initiative, where we address other issues in the home that can affect a person's health. Some of the things that we do as part of that program are a free home inspection, and then we look at other hazards in the house that can affect a person's health, such as trip and fall hazards, carbon monoxide, fire hazards, gas leaks, and those kinds of things that can cause problems with asthma, falling, and other types of illness. On this house, we provided free window replacement because there were lead paint hazards in the windows. We also painted the door and the trim and the red paint on the eaves. Behind the house, we replaced the garage doors because the old garage doors posed an entryway for pests like mice and rats and other kinds of bugs, water, as well as a security risk. If you'd like more information about how to prevent lead poisoning in children, or more information about healthy homes and some of our resources, you can call us at 816-513-6048 or find us on the web at www.kcmo.gov.
For more information on smoke detectors, home safety inspections, exit drills, and other fire safety topics, please visit the KCFD Fire Prevention webpage at kcmo.gov/fire.